Hello and welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Tori and today I have a update slash overview of all the books I read in 2023. Sorry if my face looks puffy or swollen. I got wisdom teeth surgery 2 days ago. So vibing, healing well, but the swelling has kicked in today because I can tell I look puffier here. Normally my fat is here, but this is puffy today. And if you're wondering, that's why I'm only wearing eyeshadow, because I'm not putting makeup on all this. I love statistics, so I'm going to go over my Goodreads statistics. You can add me on Goodread here. So, in 2023, my goal was to read 23 books. I did fall short of that. However, I hit 20, which is the most books I've read in a year on Goodreads. I have read more, but they're mostly webtoons that aren't categorized on Goodreads. Some of them are starting to be characterized on there. So I have, like, when I notice something's up and I know I finished the series, I'll go in and say I finished it. Oh, what's the one? There's one I know I finished this year off the top of my head, but I haven't gone to see yet. If it's in, I'll mark it for 2023. So it will go back and count. But when it comes to mostly physical books, and pretty much all physical books, I did not make the cut this year, which is fine. My goal for next year is 25. I did kick it up, but that's also because I have included some of the online books. So in total this year, for page count, I read 4,686 pages. My shortest book was 160 pages, and my longest book was 333 pages. So my average book length tends to be about 234 pages. Yeah, so let's jump into the books I read in order that I read them and what my quick summary of them is. Well, not even summary, but like TLDR, would buy, would I recommend, that vibe. So starting off the year strong, I found what I will now call my favorite. I'm very excited to read the rest of these. I got the volume 3 and 4 for Christmas. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. This is I Swear I Won't Bother You Again by, oh gosh, what's the writer's name? By Rina Soratana. I rated this a 5 stars. I read this in 2 days after I bought it. I did not know anything before buying it. All I knew was the synopsis on the back. The fact that this is not technically an isekai, but kind of an isekai where she lived her life once, died, and is now trying to redo stuff so she doesn't die. And those are always my favorite because it tends to be very misunderstood villainess, and I love redemption stories. I love little redemption arcs. I love things turning out differently. Because, oh, if we could do that in real life, that would be so nice. But we can't do that. But they can do that here. So, love it. Love it. This next one is a poetry book. I believe this is the only poetry book I read this year. Yeah. This is Homebody by Rupi Kaur. Sorry, I'm really bad. I forget how to pronounce it. This wasn't my favorite. I rated it 3 stars. Was pretty average for me. I didn't like some of the word choices used because some of the word choices that were used, like, I didn't care that they were vulgar terms being used. I'm fine with vulgarity. I cross like a sailor on the regular. But I did not like how the vulgarity of the word pulled me out of the poem. Like, it was just a stark contrast that wasn't needed for some of them. And I felt like could have been elegantly put in other ways better. So this one might go up on my Pongo because out of the poetry books I have from this creator, this is definitely my least favorite, and I don't think I'll ever reread it. So this might be up on my Pongo. I'll put my Pongo here so you know. Any of the books I really don't enjoy, I do just end up turning around and selling, or I'll donate if they don't sell. But yeah. The first manga of the year that I read was Ino X Baku SS. This is volume 7. If you don't know, I'm a little out of order in this series because 1 through 4 was converted into an anime and then the creator dies, so 5 to 12 never got animated. So they rushed the ending in the anime, so I've been picking up the physical copies when I can because they're really expensive for some reason. So for the 7th volume, I rated it 3 stars. Spoiler alert, TLDR if you care, this book is from like 2009, so you might not care. Pretty much all the characters die and then get reborn, but some of them have memory loss and some of them don't, and the ages change, and it gets a little bit confusing. And yeah, I'm gonna continue to read it because this was the first anime that got me into anime and manga. But yeah, I don't like that plot twist. It's not a fave. Next, I Sorry I Won't Bother You Again, volume 2. Actually, I showed you volume 2 first. Oh my gosh. This is volume 2, this is volume 1. Either way, I voted volume 2 5 stars too because I generally just really enjoyed this. I really enjoy the series. I can't wait to read the other 2. I'm very excited about it. Next, I had a book that I literally put it under my tags on Goodreads that say hated it. This is The Visitors by Catherine Burns. I ranked this 2 out of 5 stars. My issue with this book was just the timing. And like, it's a thriller. You knew something that was gonna happen, but then it wasn't surprising at all. The pacing was just way too off. The pacing was focusing on the female lead, which is just like, I get that the story is from her perspective, but her perspective is rather boring. Like, it took her that long to realize her brother was kind of a serial killer. There were red signs everywhere. And then she just has a major flip of character at the end that does not make sense for her character. So, this book has been up on my Pongo. If it doesn't go within the next couple of months, I am going to donate it because I don't like it. I really don't. And I tend not to say that because I know for most people, writing books takes a while and it takes a lot of manpower, but I really did not like that. Next, I have The Most Heretical Last Boss Queen, From Villainess to Savior. This did get turned into an anime, but I have yet to see it because it was only on one website. This series is written by Tenchi. It's another one where she previously was, I don't necessarily say if they say that she's like from Korea as an isekai, but she realizes that she is a part of a video game, an otome game to be exact. So yeah, it's very interesting. I've rated it 4 stars. I am continuing to read it because it is good, but I think I Swear I Won't Bother You Again so far has just hit more of the marks for me. Like, it's too perfect for me. Next, actually, today I'm filming this. I think this comes out on Crunchyroll. This is The Seventh Time Loop. The villainess enjoys a carefree life married to her worst enemy, written by Tiyoko Amakawa. This I ranked 4 stars. The TLDR is, this is her 7th reincarnation of this life. Every single life, she's trying to do something different so she doesn't end up killed. But this one, she went so balls to the wall, for lack of a better expression. She ends up getting engaged to her worst enemy. So it's very intriguing. There is where is it? The one part I really liked about this light novel, I've noticed from Airship, they have included some photos. Most of the light novels I do have are from Airship, just because they've been getting a lot of recent titles and kind of just pumping them out. And I mean, I'm fine with that because if it's good, I don't care. But I really enjoy that. Next, I read a classic. I read Kami-sama Kiss. I've been slowly picking this up as they've been releasing physical copies. This is by Juliet Suzuki. This is volume 1. I ranked it 4 stars. I love this. A similar story. The anime did not finish with the manga. The anime only has 2 series. The manga goes on to like volume 24 or volume 22, something like that. So I would like to pick all these up and read the ending. I want to see them together at the end because we know what happens. This I really like. This was an unexpected favorite. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I do. This is My Happy Marriage by Akumi Agatoki. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong. I ranked this 5 stars. I really enjoy this. Pretty much, she has a really sad backstory of being abused. She's abused by her family because her mom tragically passed away. And it's kind of like a Cinderella type story where her stepmom and her stepsister are just abusive to her. So then she gets put into a arranged marriage with this guy, and it actually is a happy marriage for them, dealing with all the BS around them. I really like it. I do have the 2nd volume to read, and I already watched the anime that is on Netflix in the States. Next, I read Fairy Tail Volume 1. This is the Five Below edition. Apparently, there's nothing different in between the original edition and the Five Below exclusive. This is by Hiro Mashima. Fairy Tail was one of my gateway animes. So, slowly but surely, I will pick up all the books and read them. But that's going to be like a lifetime mission and not something I'm going to try to do now. I ranked this 4 stars. I love it. The next book I don't physically have in front of me. I do have the manga behind me that I have to read. So the book was Ascendance of a Bookworm, Part 1, Volume 1. I accidentally bought the light novel instead of the manga. I know I was talking with some people about how technically the light novel is better, but I think once, like, it's really hard for me to decide what to do. I ranked it 4 stars. I don't really want to necessarily read the light novel when I've already watched that part in the show. Because then it just kind of takes some of the fun out of it for me. Like, I'd rather read it than watch it. So as of the moment with that series, all I've decided is I'm going to read the manga I have. Probably catch myself up manga-wise to where it is in the anime, because I don't know when the next season is dropping yet. And then I might switch over to light novel. That's what I think my current plan is. Unless they really mess up the anime, then I'll switch to whatever's more correct. But I think that's my current game plan with that. The next book I read was The Most Radical Last Boss Queen Novel 2. This one I also ranked 4 stars. And there was just really good character development from Pride, the main character in this one. And yeah, her just defying her fate by knowing stuff from the Otome game has really created a nice character arc and definitely changed how people view the main protagonist. This book I will never, I'll never get over. I always go to my library stores, like my public library sales, there you go. And typically I look for old anime. If they have it, they have it. If they don't, they charge like if they do have it, they charge like $5 for it. But half the times they don't have any of the stuff I want. So I'm like, it's not worth it. So I always just browse and I buy American Girl doll books to collect because I have issues. We can talk about that another day. But I found this one. This is The Other Countess. Oh my god. By Eve Edwards. And I picked this up because a lot of the books I read tend to be about villainous or royalty, because I really like that era. When it comes to romanticizing, like, the good parts of it. Not when you look into it too deep, because there's definitely nothing to romanticize there. Anyway, but I rated this 4 out of 5 stars. I was so shocked by how quick I read this and how quick I enjoyed this. I didn't want to put it down. There is 2 more books in this series that I do eventually want to pick up, because these were really nice reads. This was the longest book I read this year. It didn't feel like the longest though. It had really good pacing. And like, it took a while for the 2 main characters to get together, but that it didn't feel like a while. So, it was nice. Next, I read Villains Are Destined to Die. So this is originally by Gwen Guilloux. This is a webtoon that was printed. So originally I was against them, but this has become one of my favorite webtoons. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to do it. And it's another one where a girl from Korea was teleported into a Otome game, and she is the villainess. So similar to an actual like Otome game or a romance game, if you don't know what that is, you have to try to romance the characters in the game to get a ideal end route. In her case, not death. So, I read the first one, rated 5 stars. I really do like that series. Next, this was a new one, which I found out is also getting turned into an anime. I think this anime goes live the 8th, if I remember. This is The Demon Prince of Momichi House. This is volume 1 by Aya Shoto, or Shuato. I rated it 4 out of 5 stars. This one's a cool one. She like randomly inherits a house and it turns out to be haunted. So very fantasy. I also love kisunes. So any anime that has a kisune in it, I will read it. I don't care. It's just fake fox people are very pretty, and I want to watch them. I want to read them. And they're also tricksters, so it's always funny. Next, I did read the volume 2 of Villains Are Destined to Die. I think I got volume 3 for Christmas. Something like that. I can't remember. All of them, like the volume 3 and volume 4, the books I really wanted to read, all came out in December. So it was nice, but like confusing. So I haven't touched any of them yet. I ranked this 4 out of 5 stars. I still really do like it. Like I said, it is full color, so it is US $20, Canada $26. But these are fat. These are thick. So hopefully they last a while and don't fade quickly. This book was the last book I read in October. So these rest 4 books I have to talk about, I read Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve because I really wanted to hit my goal. But also I wanted to kind of treat myself to easy reads compared to all the other stuff that was on my TBR at the moment. And we will talk about my TBR probably in a video or 2 from now. So, first book I finished was Snow White with the Red Hair. This is volume 3. I am slowly but surely going through this whole series because I love this series. Ranked at 5 stars. I love it. I love it. The 2 characters featured on the front of this book are the guards for Prince Zen back here. That's a young Prince Zen. It's a twist on Snow White, but it's like not Snow White. It was like the whole first volume 1 had hints of Snow White in it. Now it's just like red's the color of fate because she has red hair. And yeah, it's a little cheesy, but it's a nice one. It really is. I also finished the volume 4, which I also rated 5 stars. That is Shirayuki, aka Snow White with the red hair. Yeah. A couple of the stuff timeline-wise I've noticed has been different from the anime, which is like also to be expected because anime is so much shorter. But with the changes that have been made, I've been like not mad about it. I'm like, okay, I would see why you put that there instead of after type deal. Then I read Aran High School Host Club volume 2. I'm also finally starting to get to the point in this series because I also read volume 3. I ranked both of them 4 stars. I'm also starting to get in the point in this series where I'm noticing the stuff that also wasn't in the anime, because this was another one where the anime wasn't finished. But I love it. I love the little changes and noticing what they changed. For sometimes when I read manga that was turned into anime and some of the stuff got taken out, does make me a little sad, because like that would have looked so good animated. But obviously you can't get everything you want in life, so I am very happy with how many light novels I read, because light novels are practically normal novels. There's nothing light about them. I don't know why they call them that. And I am happy where, I know obviously I finished my year off practically just reading manga. I did throw in different books here and there, so it's kind of, not that it wasn't worth it, but it was fun. It's definitely been a good little refresher. That is currently all the books I've read in 2023. My next book related video will probably be my tackle pile for 2024, as well as my goals for 2024. And yeah, I'm not too sure how much I want to get back into the monthly reading vlogs, but I would like to just continue doing some stuff about reading. So we will have to see what happens there. But yeah, that is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed me, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and all that jazz. And peace out, Girl Scout.